Hey everyone, welcome to America Current Affairs. We're diving straight into a massive story that's unfolding as we speak. Right off the coast of South America, the situation between the US and Venezuela has just hit a boiling point. It really looks like we're on the brink of a full-blown oil war.
So picture this. In the Caribbean Sea, right now, there's this incredibly tense game of cat and mouse going on. And no, this isn't something out of a Hollywood movie. This is real life. We're talking about a huge deployment of the US military in a standoff that has literally the whole world holding its breath.
And here's the news that just dropped, the thing that's really set this all off. Just a few hours ago, the US military seized another oil tanker, the fifth one. This ship was flying the flag of Timor-Leste, and it was stopped as part of this ongoing naval blockade against Venezuela. Let me be clear, this is a huge, huge escalation.
And if you want to get a sense of just how big this is, just listen to what President Donald Trump had to say about it. He said, and I'm quoting here, "We have an armada, a giant armada like nobody's ever seen in that part of the world." Wow, he's not holding back, right? This isn't just political talk, it's a very real show of force, and the goal seems pretty clear, to completely choke off Venezuela's oil exports.
Okay, so let's get into the really fascinating part of this story. The secrets of the Ghost Fleet and how these ships play a worldwide game of hide and seek. Because believe me, the ships at the center of this aren't your typical tankers. They're players in a secret, undercover world, constantly trying to stay one step ahead.
You know, the official term they use is the Shadow Fleet. And really, it's the perfect name. Think of them like actual ghost ships. It's almost impossible to figure out who owns them, and that's on purpose. Their entire mission is to sneak oil out of sanctioned places like Venezuela, Iran, or Russia and get it onto the open market, all while dodging the rules.
So how do they pull this off? Well, one of their go-to moves is something called a false flag. It's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. A ship will pretend to be from a country it has absolutely no connection to. It's basically the ship equivalent of wearing a disguise to sneak past the cops and hide its true identity. Pretty clever, right? And check this out, this shows you just how much this whole false flag thing has blown up recently. If you look at the numbers, back in December 2024, we knew of maybe 15 ships doing this. Fast forward to just last September, and that number skyrockets to 90. That's a six-fold jump in less than a year. It's wild. This shadow fleet isn't just a small problem anymore. It's growing, and it's growing fast.
So you might be asking yourself, why on earth would they take these kinds of risks? Well, it all comes down to one thing: money. A lot of money. We're talking 4.7 billion euros worth of oil moved by these ghost ships, and that was just in the first 9 months of last year. When there's that much cash at stake, you can bet people are willing to play a very, very dangerous game.
All right, so let's connect the dots. We've got Venezuela's oil standoff. How does this secret world of ghost ships fit in, and why is this all coming to a head right now?
As you can imagine, there are two totally different sides to this story. On one hand, you have the US saying, look, these ships are breaking our sanctions on Venezuela, period. But then you've got other major players like China and Russia firing back and saying, whoa, hold on, the US grabbing ships on the open ocean, that's the real violation of international law here. So it's a huge disagreement.
This whole thing really hinges on one key concept: a naval blockade. The US says that's what it's doing. But what does that actually mean? Are there rules to this kind of thing? Let's break it down.
It turns out, yeah, there are definitely rules. International law is pretty specific about this. To have a legal blockade, you have to check 4 boxes. 1, you gotta officially announce it to the world. 2, you need to actually have the naval power to enforce it, no paper blockades. 3, you have to apply the rules to everyone, no picking and choosing. And 4, you can't mess with neutral countries that aren't part of the conflict.
Okay, so just when it felt like this whole thing was about to boil over into a massive conflict, the story takes a crazy, unexpected plot twist. A sudden truce, maybe? This is brand new information, just from yesterday.
Get this, President Trump himself announced yesterday, January 9th, that, and I'm quoting, "Because of this cooperation, I have canceled the previously expected second wave of attacks." So just like that, this second wave is off the table. The reason he gives is cooperation from Venezuela. I mean, talk about a complete 180. We've gone from the edge of all-out conflict to hearing about a deal literally overnight. So what does this cooperation actually involve? Well, here are the 3 main parts of the deal that's coming together. First, Venezuela has agreed to release a lot of its political prisoners. Second, the US and Big Oil are apparently going to pour $100 billion into rebuilding Venezuela's rundown oil infrastructure. And third, and this is a big one,
That massive U.S. military armada, it's staying put, right where it is, for, quote, safety and security.
Which, of course, leaves us all with one giant question. With American warships still parked off the coast and this brand new, fragile deal just starting to take shape, is this oil war really over, or have they just hit the pause button? We'll be keeping a close eye on this one, for sure. For more deep dives into the stories shaping our world, make sure you're following us here at America Current Affairs. Thanks for watching.